AMC had another interesting day today. Pretty much every single day with AMC is kind of interesting, especially when you see these come back by looking at the chart. And there is a reason behind why the great day on AMC today, because an analyst, from Wedbush Securities said that AMC is going back down to $7.50 per share because that is where they see the fair value the company being worth. All right, so we're gonna go into the details and see exactly what she's totally wrong and what is the big issue with all of these mainstream media, these analysts and these financial companies actually covering AMC. We're also going to get into some details around what to expect in the near future. So please bear with me till the end of this video because we have something pretty juicy to talk about. So you can see it out on the chart here today. It popped, and then as soon as the news came out, boom, you can see this solid, candle per se dropping like straightforward to the floor. All right, almost touching 39 and then slowly and gradually working its way up again. But the market as a whole also were kind of yo-yoing or also today, especially the Dow Jones and the Russell 2000. So what actually happened on with Wedbush? AMC stock slips after another analyst turns bearish, saying retail investors will eventually cash out and move on. So this is where they are all wrong because this is their fundamental, point per se. In a research note to clients with Apes will eventually cash out in the title. Reese downgraded the stock to underperform after being at neutral since March 2020. She kept her price target at $7.50, which implied about 82% downside from current levels. Well, in the same thing, in the same kind of, she's still very optimistic about the overall exhibition industry as attendance started to meaningfully pick up in the third quarter as top-tier titles were released after extended delays. And the box office so far in the fourth quarter has been very encouraging. Now, this is a little bit, it's bizarre. It's a bizarre point of view. Why? Because first of all, it shows that all of these experts have no clue, or will give us the impression that they have no clue about what is actually going on here. Because anytime, if you observe, a little bit carefully, anytime AMC is dropping, or anytime AMC, let me say AMC, anytime the price is, is increasing, like yesterday when it popped 10%, you didn't see any single article on that, all right? And they are nowhere to show whenever it's time to cover the shenanigans happening with the whole manipulation with naked shorts, synthetics, and whatever on here. I mean, everything with the dollar pools, nobody is talking about that. Nobody's ever covered that, all right? But anytime, they feel like, well, the share price is way overvalued, boom, they pump out such of an article, all right? How come will you be optimistic about the overall industry and be bearish about the leader of the industry? It doesn't make any damn sense, especially when you look at the institutional ownership of AMC. I mean, on the last quarter, we know that, based on market bid data, we now have $122 million worth of AMC buys, with just $1 single million sold so far for the third quarter. And when you look at the details around these filings, people, if these big boys, all right, with the deep pockets, both around the 10 or the 33, all right, and you can see that not only we have new institutions buying, why would a company like, Mitsubishi UFG, which is actually a big one, will buy such a stock which is supposedly way overvalued if they didn't see any significant upside? Why will companies like these folks average up, all right, sitting on, why will these guys buy almost $5 million worth of AMC if it wasn't for a significant profit to be made here? I just don't see what they are seeing. Why will a company like DuPont Capital Management or Victory Capital Management increase significantly their position size? I mean, these are the guys who bought around the 33 and potentially bought around maybe the 50s, averaging down to the 47, because they can definitely see this going even way further and passing the all-time high so far of $72. So just to say that, guys, it doesn't make any sense if it's not just to spread any more fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But you know what? At the end of the day, as far as these guys are keep talking about AMC, whether it's on a good sign or a bad sign, which we are almost used to the bad side of things, it means we are not done, all right? Because if AMC was really going down to a cent, like the other analysts mentioned, what, 6 months ago, I mean, the stock, the stock it's in the 40s, all right? And the earnings coming next week will definitely show that there is a big significant interest on AMC moving forward, potentially, not guaranteed, but potentially, all right? This is how I see things. So just to say, articles like this just show that it's getting closer, guys, because the more they want to talk about this and push it down, the more you know we're getting closer to that time, all right? So just have to hang in there, right, folks? Just have to hang in there.